Hello everyone, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in Triple E Department, working in ISL Engineering College. I am taking the subject Electrical Machines 1 for Triple E second year students, that is for fourth STEM students. Previous class, I have discussed about course outcomes, course objectives, and the syllabus of Electrical Machine 1 subject, that is what is the content of each unit. Then I have discussed about the suggested readings or reference books which can be studied for electrical machines 1 subject. So in today's class I am going to start the first unit of this subject. So one thing I want to say to all the students that I will be asking the questions related to today's topic. Then in the comment section you have to give your attendance along with the answer which I am going to ask in the video. Okay, so all the students should watch the video from start till the end. Okay, write your complete hall ticket number, write your name, and answer the questions which I will ask during the video. It can be in between or it can be at the end of the video. Okay, so please watch the complete video. So let us start the subject. So unit 1 of electrical machine 1 subject consists of magnetic fields, magnetic circuits, force and torque. Okay, this is the heading. So under this we are going to see the following topics. Review of magnetic circuits, MMF, flux, reluctance, inductance, review of Ampere's law, Biot-Savart law, Faraday's laws, Lenz's law, BH curve of magnetic materials, energy stored in magnetic circuit, force as a partial derivative of stored energy with respect to position of a moving element, torque as a partial derivative of stored energy with respect to angular position of a rotating element. So let us start our class with the introduction. What is a magnetic circuit? Magnetic circuit is made up of one or more closed loop paths which will contain magnetic flux. Okay, so what is a magnetic circuit? Magnetic circuit is a circuit which is made up of one or more closed paths containing magnetic flux. So it is similar to an electric circuit where we will see circuit will be having a closed path which will contain current. Okay, whereas magnetic circuit will consist of magnetic flux. So this flux will be usually generated by permanent magnets or electromagnets, and it will be confined to the path by magnetic cores consisting of ferromagnetic materials like iron, although there may be air gaps or other materials in the path. Magnetic circuits will be employed to efficiently channel magnetic fields in many devices like electric motors, generators, transformers, relays, lifting electromagnets, magnetic recording heads, galvanometers, etc. So what is a magnetic circuit? Magnetic circuit is nothing but a circuit consisting of closed loop path. It can be one or many, and it should contain magnetic flux, and the flux will be generated by permanent magnets or electromagnets. So concept of magnetic circuits will exploit one-to-one correspondence between the equations of the magnetic field in an unsaturated ferromagnetic material to that of an electrical circuit. Using this concept, the magnetic fields of complex devices such as transformers can be quickly solved using the methods and techniques developed for electrical circuits. So now let us see what is magnetomotive force. Magnetomotive force is denoted by MMF. So similar to the way that electromotive force EMF drives a current of electrical charge in electrical circuits, magnetomotive force MMF will drive magnetic flux through magnetic circuits. Okay, so similar to EMF, how it is driving a current of electrical charge in electric circuits. Similarly, magnetomotive force will drive magnetic flux through magnetic circuits. So EMF is analogous to MMF in magnetic circuits, and current is analogous to flux. Resistance is analogous to reluctance. So similar to the way that electromotive force will drive a current of electrical charge in electrical circuits, magnetomotive force will drive magnetic flux through magnetic circuits. So the term magnetomotive force is a misnomer since it is not a force nor it is carrying anything moving. So it is better to call this as MMF, simply MMF. So what exactly is MMF? Similar to the way that electromotive force will drive a current of electrical charge in electrical circuits, magnetomotive force MMF will drive magnetic flux through magnetic circuits. So I hope this point is clear to everyone. Okay. So these are the basics we have to know. So similar to the way electromotive force will drive current of electrical charge in electric circuits, magnetomotive force will drive magnetic flux through magnetic circuits. So in analogy to the definition of EMF, magnetic motive force around a closed loop is defined as F is equal to closed integral HDL. H is the magnetic flux intensity. MMF will represent potential that a hypothetical magnetic charge would gain by completing the loop. The magnetic flux that is driven is not a current of magnetic charge. It merely has the same relationship to MMF that electric current has to EMF. Now let us see magnetic circuits. So electrical current flowing along a wire will create a magnetic field around the wire as shown in the figure. Okay, so electrical current flowing along a wire will create a magnetic flux or magnetic field around the wire. See students, magnetic field or magnetic flux, so we can tell them as same. Okay, so electric current flowing along a wire will create a magnetic flux around the wire, and that magnetic field can be visualized by showing lines of magnetic flux. Okay, so this is the line showing the presence of magnetic flux, which is represented by symbol phi. So direction of this field can be determined by using right hand rule. So is it clear students? So magnetic field is visualized by showing lines of magnetic flux, which is represented by symbol phi. Faraday discovered that current flowing through the coil not only will create a magnetic field in the iron, it also will create a voltage across the coil that is proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux in the iron. So what does Faraday discover? Current flowing through the coil will create magnetic field in the coil. Okay, this is one point. Current flowing through the coil will create magnetic field, and it will also create a voltage across the coil that is proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux in the iron. Okay. So that voltage is called as electromotive force or EMF, and it is designated by symbol E. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is given by E is equal to N d phi by dt. So sign of the induced EMF is always in a direction that will oppose the current that created it, a phenomena which is referred to as Lenz's law. So what does a Lenz law states? Lenz law states that EMF induced will oppose the cause producing it. So here Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the equation is what? EMF induced is equal to proportional to rate of change of flux. Okay, E is equal to N d phi by dt, or E is equal to minus N d phi by dt. Minus sign indicates that EMF induced will oppose the cause producing it, and the phenomena is called as Lenz law. So I hope this is clear to everyone. And the voltage which is induced here is called as electromotive force or EMF, and it is designated by symbol E. So same thing we are writing here. EMF induced is equal to rate of change of magnetic flux. E is equal to N d phi by dt. I hope this is clear to everyone. In the magnetic circuit of figure, driving force which is analogous to voltage is called as magnetomotive force, designated by F. Okay. So in the magnetic circuit, driving force analogous to voltage is called as magnetomotive force, which is designated by F, and magnetomotive force is created by wrapping n turns of wire carrying current I. So magnetomotive force MMF is equal to N into I ampere turns. N is nothing but what? Turns of the wire, and I is the current. Now let us see in this electric circuit and magnetic circuit diagrams. In electric circuit, we are applying voltage here. Current is flowing. I is the current. L is the length of the core or length of the what we can say conductor. A is the area of cross section, and rho is the conductance. So second circuit is showing a magnetic circuit. whose area of cross section is A, current is applied here, and length is L, permeability is mu, N is the number of turns, I is the current, phi is the flux. Okay, so these are the electrical and magnetic circuits where we can see areas, lengths, and conductance, permeability, etc. Magnetic flux is proportional to the MMF driving force and inversely proportional to quantity called as reluctance, which is analogous to electrical resistance. Okay, so magnetic flux is proportional to MMF driving force and inversely proportional to reluctance. So this resulting in Ohm's law of magnetic circuits, which is given by F is equal to reluctance into flux. F is nothing but MMF here. MMF is equal to reluctance into flux. It is analogous to EMF is equal to resistance into current in electric circuits. Okay, this equation is similar to EMF is equal to Ri in electric circuits. Reluctance is given by 1 by mu A. Okay, mu is permeability, A is area of cross section. Units of reluctance is ampere turn per Weber. Magnetic flux density B is given by phi by A Weber per meter square or Tesla. Phi is equal to BA here, or B is equal to phi by A. From this equation we can write from phi is equal to BA we can write B is equal to phi by A. B is magnetic flux density and its units are Weber per meter square or Tesla, and electric current density J is given by I by A. Magnetic field intensity H, now we are going to see. Okay, so with n turns of wire carrying current I, MMF created in the circuit is Ni ampere turns, and with I representing the mean path length for the magnetic flux, magnetic field intensity is given by H is equal to Ni by L ampere turns per meter, and the equation for B is equal to mu H. So magnetic field intensity H is given by Ni by L and B is given by mu H. So with n turns of wire carrying current I, MMF created in the circuit is Ni ampere turns, and I representing the mean path length with L representing the mean path length for the magnetic flux. Magnetic field intensity is given by H is equal to Ni by L ampere turns per meter and B is equal to mu H. Now in this table we can see electrical magnetic terms and the units of the magnetic terms. So the voltage in electrical circuits is analogous to magnetomotive force. F is equal to F, that is equal to Ni, and the unit of magnetomotive force is ampere turns. So current in electrical circuit is analogous to magnetic flux phi and its units are Webers. Resistance is equivalent to reluctance in magnetic circuit. Its units are ampere turns per Weber. Conductivity 1 by rho is represented in electrical circuits, and it is similar to permeability mu in magnetic circuits. Units of permeability is Weber per ampere turn meter. Current density J in electrical circuits is similar to magnetic flux density B in magnetic circuits. Units are Webers per meter square or Tesla. Electric field E in electrical circuits is represented by magnetic field intensity H in magnetic circuits. Its units are ampere turn per meter. All the students, please note down this one. Note down all these important points. These are all basics you have to know, students. Please take a notebook and note down all these points. So I will check your notes. So whenever you come to college, I will check your notes. So all of you note down this one. Okay, all the important equations, you make it a box and keep write it in your books. So this is the circuit diagram of electrical and magnetic circuits. Just now we have seen. So its equivalent circuit diagram is drawn here. So equivalent of this circuit is voltage and resistance. Here magnetomotive force, EMF and resistance, and current is flowing in this circuit. This is an electric circuit. This is the magnetic circuit. This is MMF, flux is flowing, and this is a reluctance. So resistance will offer resistance to the flow of current in electric circuit. Similarly, reluctance will offer reluctance will opposes the flow of flux in magnetic circuits. So now let us see tabular column where we can see electric circuit and magnetic circuits. What is the path traced by the current is called as in electric circuit, and path traced by magnetic circuit is called as in magnetic circuit. So in electric circuit, path traced by the current is called as electric circuit, and the magnetic circuit, path traced by the magnetic flux is called as magnetic circuits. EMF is the driving force in electric circuit. Units is volts. Okay. MMF is the driving force in magnetic circuit. Unit of which is ampere turns. Unit of EMF is volts. Unit of MMF is ampere turns. There is current I in the electric circuit measured in amperes, and there is a flux in the magnetic circuit which is measured in webers. Okay, these are the differences of electric and magnetic circuits we are seeing. Okay, so electric circuit is the path traced by current. Magnetic circuit is a path traced by magnetic flux. EMF is the driving force in electric circuit. Units is volts. MMF is the driving force in magnetic circuit. Units is ampere turns. There is a current I in the electric circuit measured in amperes, and there is a flux in the magnetic circuit which is measured in webers. Flow of electrons will decide the current in conductor, and number of magnetic lines of force will decide the flux. Resistance will oppose the flow of current. Unit of resistance is ohms. Reluctance is opposed by magnetic path to the flux, and units is ampere turn per Weber. Okay. So flow of electrons will decide the current in the conductor, and number of magnetic lines of force will decide the magnetic flux. Resistance will oppose the flow of current. Reluctance will oppose the flow of flux. Next point, resistance is equal to rho L by A. Okay, and resistance is directly proportional to L, length, inversely proportional to area of cross section, and reluctance is equal to 1 by mu naught mu r A, directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to mu. Mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, and inversely proportional to A. Current I is equal to MMF by resistance, flux is equal to MMF by reluctance. Current density is 1 by I by A, ampere per meter square, and flux density is 5 by A, Weber per meter square. Conductivity is reciprocal of resistivity, that is conductance is 1 by R. Permeance is reciprocal of reluctance, permeance is equal to 1 by S. Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law is applicable to electric circuits. Kirchhoff's MMF law and flux law is applicable to magnetic circuit. Now let us see very important law, which is nothing but Faraday's law. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so there are two laws of Faraday's. First law is EMF is induced in a coil whenever magnetic field linking that coil is changed. Second law is nothing but magnitude of induced EMF is proportional to rate of change of flux linkage. All of you make a note of these two laws. Note on the equation. Okay, note on the statement of this law. First law states that EMF is induced in a coil whenever magnetic field linking that coil is changed. Second law states that magnitude of EMF induced is proportional to the rate of change of flux linkage. And in the form of equation, we are writing it as whatever sentence we are writing, same sentence I am writing in the form of equation as E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Okay, now let us see Lenz's law. Lenz's law states that induced EMF due to flux, induced EMF due to change of flux linkage by a coil will produce a current in the coil in such a direction that it will produce a magnetic field which will oppose the cause, that is the change in flux linkage. Okay, so EMF induced will oppose the cause producing it. That is why minus sign will come in the EMF equation. E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Minus sign is because of Lenz's law. Now let us see what is self-induced EMF and what is mutually induced EMF. EMF induced in a coil due to change in flux linkage when a changing current will flow through the coil is called as self-induced EMF. And when a second coil is brought near a coil producing changing flux, EMF will be induced in the second coil due to change in current in the first coil. This is mutually induced EMF. All of you note down this point. Okay. What is self-induced EMF? See here, there are two coils. All of you see in the diagram, there are two coils here. And to the first coil, we are applying alternating voltage. Alternating voltage will set up alternating current, and alternating current will set up alternating flux in the coil. So voltage is alternating, current is alternating, flux is also alternating. So whenever there is a change in flux linking with the coil, EMF is induced in the coil. So this is called as self-induced EMF. Now the same flux is linking with the second coil also, which is placed near to the first coil. So EMF is induced in the second coil also, that is called as mutually induced EMF. Okay, self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF. So self-induced EMF E1 is equal to minus N1 d phi by dt, and mutually induced EMF E2 is equal to minus N2 d phi by dt. So self-inductance of a coil, let us now derive the equation for self-inductance of a coil. So this is a coil wound on a core having n number of turns and current flowing through it is I. So E is equal to minus N d phi by dt, phi is equal to B into A. B is nothing but mu into H, we have seen just now. Okay, B is equal to mu into H, and that is equal to mu into H is given by Ni by L into A. So mu Na by Li. This is the flux equation. Now substitute this value of flux in this equation. E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. So E is equal to minus n d by dt of mu Na by L into Y. So we are going to, when we are differentiating this, E is equal to minus L di by dt. L is nothing but mu n square A by L Henry. L is nothing but what? Coefficient of self inductance, or it is just we can say it as self inductance of the coil. I hope this is clear to everyone. All of you note down this one. Self inductance of a coil, how we are determining. Okay. First, we are writing the equation for EMF induced. E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Phi is given by B into A and B is given by mu H. So I am substituting the value of phi as mu n A by L I in this equation of E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. So when you substitute the value of flux, substitute the value of flux in E is equal to minus n d phi by dt minus n d by dt of phi value is mu Na by Li. So differentiate this value. So we are going to get the simplified equation for EMF as E is equal to minus L di by dt. L is nothing but mu n square A by L Henry. So L is called as coefficient of self inductance, or it is simply called as self inductance of the coil. Flux is given by Ba mu Ha or mu Ni by L I A. D phi is given as mu Na by L into Di. D phi by Di is mu Na by L, and D phi by Di is mu n square A by L. So multiply both sides by n. So that is L. So L is equal to n d phi by Di Henry. Phi, if phi and I have a linear relationship, then d phi by di will be written as phi by I. L is equal to n phi by I Henry. L is equal to mu n square A by L, or n square L by L by mu A. That is n square by reluctance. Reluctance is given by L by mu A. Now let us see mutual inductance derivation. Consider two coils having N1 and N2 number of turns placed near each other as shown in figure. Okay. So two coils having N1 and N2 number of turns are placed near each other. So E2 is given as N2 d phi 2 by dt, or N2 into d by dt of phi 2 is given as K1 phi 1. So it is equal to N2 K1 d phi 1 by dt, or phi is given as mmf by reluctance. So mmf is N1 I1, reluctance is L1 by mu A1. So N1 mu A1 by L1 into I1. E2 is equal to how much? N2 K1 d by dt of this one. N1 mu A1 by L1 I1, that is equal to K1 N1 N2 mu A1 by L1 di1 by dt. E2 is equal to M di1 by dt. What is M here? All these terms. K1 N1 N2 mu A1 by L1. It is called as mutual inductance of two coils. So similarly, if we calculate the induced EMF in coil 1 due to change in current in coil 2, we can find the induced EMF E1 in coil 1 as E1 is K2 N1 N2 mu A2 by L2 di2 by dt, and M is K2 N1 N2 mu A2 by L2. So multiplying the expression for M, so M square is K1 K2 N1 N2 N1 N2 mu A1 A2 by L1 N2. So when we simplify this equation, we are going to get M is equal to K root L1 L2, or K is equal to M by root L1 L2. So inductance of coils connected in series will have a common core. Coils connected in series A are cumulative, and in B it is differential. So since coils 2 are connected in series, same current flow through them. So E1 is minus L1 di by dt, and E2 is minus L2 di by dt. Due to mutual inductance, EMF induced in coil 1 due to change in current in coil 2 and vice versa are expressed as EMF induced in coil 1 due to change in current in coil 2, as E12 is minus M di by dt. Now let the total equivalent inductance of the single circuit coil 1 and coil 2 as they are connected in let be LE. Okay, so EMF induced will be given as E is equal to minus LE di by dt. Thus equating the expression for E, total EMFs can be written as minus L1 di by dt minus L2 di by dt minus M di by dt minus M di by dt equal to minus LE di by dt, or LE can be written as L1 plus L2 plus 2M. So when coils are differentially connected, LE dash is equal to L1 plus L2 minus 2M. Dot convention is used to determine the sign of induced EMF. So if we do use dot convention, it will not be required to know whether the coils have been actually wound. Now let us see one numerical based on this topic. Total inductance of two coils connected in series cumulatively is 1.6 Henry and connected differentially is 0.04 Henry. Self-inductance of one coil is 0.6 Henry. Calculate mutual inductance and coupling coefficient. So first write given data. L1 plus L2 plus 2M is given as 1.6. L1 plus L2 minus 2M is given as 0.4. 4M is equal to 1.2 or M is 0.3 Henry. L1 is 0.6. So substitute all these values. We are going to get the value of L2. L2 is 0.4 Henry. L1 is 0.6. So M is 0.3. So M is equal to K root L1 L2. From this we can determine the value of K as M by root L1 L2. So 0.612 is the value we got for K. Thank you students for watching the video. I hope today's topic is clear to everyone. So in today's class we have discussed about magnetic field, MMF, reluctance, inductance. Okay. See students, you have to answer in the comment section what is magnetic circuit. You have to answer this question. Then you have to answer one more question, that is what is magnetic circuit is one question. Okay, one more question is what are Faraday's laws. Okay, so Faraday's laws, what is Faraday's law? Just now we have seen. So students, you have to write this one. This one. Okay, first law, second law you write. Okay, Faraday's law you write, second, and Lenz's law also you write. All of you write in the comment section what you understood by Faraday's law and Lenz's law. Or separately also you can send me one WhatsApp message what you understood by the terms Faraday's law and Lenz's law. Okay students. So all of you, okay, magnetic circuit you leave it, just you write what is Faraday's law and what is Lenz's law in the comment section you write. If the space is not enough, then you can message me on WhatsApp, okay, what you understood by these two laws. These are the basic laws which we have seen it in today's class. So let us see what we have done in today's class. So we have seen the introduction of magnetic circuits. What is magnetic circuit we have seen. Magnetic circuit will have a closed path which is containing magnetic flux, and what is the analogous of MMF? Analogous of MMF is EMF in electric circuits. Analogous of magnetic flux is current in electric circuits. Analogous of reluctance is resistance in electric circuits. Okay. Equivalent circuits also we have seen. Okay. What is magnetic flux? The field which is around the which is visualized by showing lines of flux is nothing but magnetic flux or magnetic field. Symbol is phi and its direction is given by right hand rule. Faraday discovered that current flowing through coil not only will create magnetic field but also will create a voltage across the coil that is proportional to rate of change of flux. Okay, this voltage is called as electromotive force or EMF. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction states that E is equal to N d phi by dt. Minus sign indicates that EMF induced will oppose the cause producing it according to Lenz's law. So these are the two diagrams showing electric circuit and magnetic circuit. Then we have seen the equation for MMF. MMF is equal to reluctance into flux. Reluctance is L by mu A, ampere turn per Weber. B is magnetic flux density, that is phi by A, Weber per meter square or Tesla. Electric current density J is I by A. And electric field intensity H is Ni by L, ampere turn per meter, and B is equal to mu H. These are all analogous elements of electrical and magnetic circuits. And what are the units? Voltage is EMF is equivalent to MMF. Current is equivalent to phi. Resistance, reluctance, conductivity, permeability, current density, magnetic flux density, electric field, and magnetic field intensity H. So these are the equivalent circuit of electrical and magnetic. Okay, electrical, voltage, current, resistance, magnetic, MMF, flux, reluctance. Differences between electric and magnetic circuit. Path traced by current is electric circuit. Path traced by flux is magnetic circuit. EMF is the driving force in electric circuit. MMF is the driving force in magnetic circuit. Unit of EMF volts. Unit of MMF ampere turns. Current in the electric circuit measured in amperes, flux in the magnetic circuit measured in webers, flow of electrons will decide the current in conductor, number of magnetic lines of force will decide the flux, resistance will oppose flow of current, reluctance will oppose the magnetic flux. Resistance is rho L by A, reluctance is L by mu naught mu r A. Current I is EMF by reluctance, flux is MMF by I is EMF by resistance, flux is MMF by reluctance. Current density is I by A, flux density is V by A. Reciprocal of resistivity is conductivity. Reciprocal of reluctance is permeance. Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law is applicable to electric circuits. Kirchhoff's MMF law and flux law is applicable to magnetic circuits. Faraday's laws. So this one you have to tell me, students. Okay, write in the comment section. What is Faraday's first law, second law, and what is Lenz's law? Faraday's first law states that EMF is induced in a coil whenever magnetic field linking with the coil is changed. Second law states that magnitude of induced EMF is rate of change of is proportional to rate of change of flux linkage. That is E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Lenz's law states that EMF induced will oppose the cause producing it. Self-induced EMF, mutually induced EMF we have seen. If two coils are placed near to each other and alternating voltage is applied to it, EMF will be induced in the first coil according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Whenever there is a change in flux linking the coil, EMF is induced. And whenever there is the same flux is changing in the second coil, EMF is induced in the second coil, that is mutually induced EMF. Okay, students, I hope class is clear to everyone. All of you should answer the question which I have asked. Thank you, students, for watching the video.